Hello everyone, my name is Peyton Kate and I'm a Communications and Political Science dual major. Today I will be talking to you about the growing global issue that is human trafficking and some of the initiatives that have been taken towards putting a stop to this issue. This topic is important to me for many reasons. First of all, as a woman, human trafficking is something that I have to think about a lot more than I would like to. In fact, many women find themselves being overly aware of their surroundings due to the fear of being abducted by human traffickers. Secondly, human trafficking is an issue that has continued to grow and spread all across the globe. Therefore, it is important to spread awareness about the topic so that one day we can put an end to human trafficking. The definition of human trafficking is the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor or commercial sex act from another person. Although when people think of human trafficking, they typically think of people being sold into the illegal sex trade, there are actually three types of human trafficking. The first and most common type is sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is human trafficking for the purpose of sexual exploitation. The second is forced labor, which is when individuals are compelled to provide work or services through the use of force. The third and least known form is debt bondage. Debt bondage is when someone works in order to repay a debt or other obligation. However, the terms of this repayment are not clearly or reasonably stated, thus forcing the worker into a position where they will never actually be able to pay off the debt and will have to work for their creditor forever. When it comes to human trafficking, anyone can become a target, no matter their age, gender, or nationality. However, the most targeted demographic is young women ages 18 to 26. While taking a look at the statistics I have on the right-hand side, you can see that out of 327 cases, 57% of victims were U.S. citizens. Although many of these victims are trafficked while outside of the United States, the number of people being trafficked while in the United States has continued to grow. And when asked about human trafficking, many people say they don't really think about it because it's not something they have to worry about in the United States, and it only happens in other countries. However, according to a study done by the Human Rights Organization, the United States has seen a 185% increase in human trafficking cases compared to the amount reported in 2019. One of the ways groups have tried to combat human trafficking is by creating anti-human trafficking organizations all across the globe. Some of the most popular organizations include CAST, which is the Coalition to Abolish Slavery and Trafficking. Another is the Center for Human Trafficking Awareness, and National Human Trafficking Hotline, Polaris, and Project Reach. Along with the development of these organizations, many countries have begun to create legislation to combat human trafficking. For example, in 2000, the United States passed the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, which focused on protecting survivors of human trafficking. Along with this, the state of Massachusetts just recently created a human trafficking task force. However, in 2007, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime launched the Global Initiative to combat human trafficking by spreading awareness across the globe and encouraging other countries to pass anti-trafficking laws, such as the ones passed in the United States. All anti-human trafficking organizations have three main goals. The first is prevention. The organizations hope to prevent human trafficking by spreading awareness, creating outreach programs, educating people about the topic, and initiating advocacy campaigns. Along with prevention, organizations also aim to protect survivors by providing a variety of services to them, such as therapy, shelters, and even legal services. The third and final goal of organizations is to prosecute anyone involved in the process of human trafficking to the fullest extent of the law. Human trafficking is a global issue. Therefore, in order to combat it, we need as many people as possible to get involved. Some ways you can help put a stop to human trafficking is by attending fundraising events, volunteering at local organizations, educating yourself on the topic of human trafficking, spreading awareness and educating others, and knowing the signs of human trafficking and reporting any suspicion you might have. One really good source for anyone wanting to learn the signs of human trafficking is the Polar Project's website. After listening to my presentation, I hope you now have a better understanding of what human trafficking is and why it will take a global effort to put an end to human trafficking. Thank you.